Every day, people in crisis need someone to answer their call for help, to let them know they're not alone. Whenever people need someone, the Canadian Red Cross is there, on the phone lines and the front lines, around the world and here at home. But none of it would be possible without people just like you. No matter who you are, you have something to give. You can be that someone with the Canadian Red Cross. Learn more at redcross.ca/someone.
First Local, supported by Rick Mooney, sales representative for Street City Realty. Sold, the sign you want, Rick, the realtor you need.
First Local, supported by Tammy Ovey. Are you looking for an agent who confidently knows the culture and community of Sault Ste. Marie? Call Tammy Ovey, 705-971-0171.
First Local, supported by Tenaris Algoma Tubes. Kickstart your career. Tenaris is rapidly growing in Sault Ste. Marie and looking for individuals interested in rewarding production and technician roles. If you are ready for a progressive career opportunity with benefits in advanced manufacturing, then please send your resume to resumes@tenaris.com.
First Local, supported by The Refinery, the leader in women's fitness and transformations. 624 Wellington Street West in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. Call 705-255-8895 for more information. Shop local, dine local, listen local, love local. Small businesses in the Algoma area have been a huge part of our community. Now is the time to show our support for them. From local markets to retail stores, music venues, and restaurants. Small businesses make up the backbone of our community. So go on, embrace all they have to offer by shopping, dining, listening, and loving local. Visit ssmcoc.com to learn more or to join the Chamber today.
How's it going, everyone? It's Jacob Moore here at the On TV studios, letting you know there's been a slight change to 705 Sports. 705 Sports will now be airing Fridays at noon versus Fridays at 4 p.m. We will still be covering all your local, national, and international sports. The difference is now, while you're enjoying your lunch, you can check out myself, Dan Gray, and multiple different guests as we go over all your sports coverage. So make sure to tune in to 705 Sports Fridays at noon on our Facebook page and video on demand.
Rollers Bocce is now open, located downstairs at the Marconi. If you're new to bocce or love the game, Rollers is the place for you. Grab your friends and family and let the good times roll. Book your court today at rollersbocce.ca.
Family-owned and operated, A.G. Quinnell Well Drilling has been serving Sault Ste. Marie and surrounding area since 1968. For a free estimate, call 705-779-3909. A.G. Quinnell Well Drilling, available for all your water needs. 1944, Second Line West, Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. A.G. Quinnell Well Drilling. Call 705-779-3909 for a free estimate today.
Well, good day to you. It is Thursday, November the 11th. Of course, Remembrance Day.
That's right.
You're here with Craig and Heidi. It is First Local Morning, the Sioux's only news show.
And I should mention that we are going to attempt to go live at 11 o'clock for the cenotaph ceremony, weather permitting, because the winds are going to be pretty strong today. So
Yeah, they
be
are.
mindful of that. We are going live at 10:30, I believe, with some interviews with some veterans, and then going live to the cenotaph. So
Yes.
fingers crossed that we can do that at 11.
Okay, all right. You know, and for those of you who may or may not know, of course, Remembrance Day commemorating the day that the hostilities formally ended at the 11th hour, the 11th day of the 11th month in 1918, the end of the First World War. Yeah, so
There you
today
go.
we wear a poppy and we take a moment at 11 o'clock, or 11:11?
I think it's 11:11.
Yes. Well, we
Not
will
sure.
spend the day remembering those
Yes.
who, you know, made the ultimate sacrifice.
Eh.
You have a warning.
Yes, we have a special weather statement issued by Environment Canada for the Sioux and St. Joe Island. And we'll take a look at the full screen map there where you can see where the red is. And aren't you glad we aren't red today? Because, well, you're red, but
I'm red.
that red represents some heavy, heavy snow and wind, up to 50 centimeters in northwestern Ontario.
Holy.
We're in the gray. That's just a special weather statement for winds. We could see some strong winds today develop between now and 5 p.m. Around 80 kilometers an hour. So if you have anything outside that's going to fly away, you may just want to nail that down.
Yeah. Wow.
So I'll get more of the weather. Some good news, actually, for the weekend. Some changes I'll tell you about. But right now, Heidi's got all your local news.
More from those weather models. All right. Okay. So yesterday at about 20 after 7, police and paramedics were called to the scene of a collision involving a pedestrian. Upon arrival at the corner of Pentagon Street and McNabb Street, they encountered one patient on the ground who was quickly loaded into an ambulance. In this moment, the extent of the injuries are not clear, and we will continue to monitor the situation and bring you updates as they become available. Yesterday afternoon, Sioux fire crews responded to a call of a fire in the 400 block of Parliament Street. The fire did break out shortly after 12:30 p.m. on the main floor of a single-story residential dwelling. Upon arrival, the flames were visible on the main floor of the residence. Fire crews were able to contain and extinguish the fire. A fire prevention officer determined the fire did start in a clothes dryer in the utility room of the dwelling. There is extensive smoke and fire damage to the dwelling. However, on a good note, no injuries to report. All right, so we do have some information out of Algoma Public Health of some concern. Algoma Public Health yesterday did report 14 new confirmed cases of COVID-19, 13 from Sault Ste. Marie area, and 1 more from Central and East Algoma. The number of current active cases now is at 69, with 2 more cases reported as being in hospital, bringing that number up to 3. Of the new cases, 13 are reported to be self-isolating, and 1 is currently under investigation. Through contact tracing, of course, all individuals considered to have been in close contact with these confirmed cases have been notified. A number of cases are listing cause of exposure as unknown, some listing close contact, and 1 listing international travel. So locally, we have administered 178,462 tests, out of which we have confirmed the current number of 607 confirmed cases. Again, 69 of those are active, with 3 people in hospital. And we have to date resolved 538 cases. Provincially speaking, Ontario did report 454 new cases of COVID-19 yesterday and 9 new deaths related to the virus. The province did indicate that the death tally only includes those that occurred over the last month. The province says 88.5% of residents 12 and older have received 1 dose of a COVID-19 shot, and 85.2% have had 2. So continuing to do the things that have been shown to work. And in terms of knowing what to expect and what will work and what to wear today, we're going to hop over to Craig for an update on the weather.
Well, Heidi, it's if you have a hat on, hold on to it because it's going to be pretty windy out there. We'll take a look at our live shot. You can see the waves in the St. Mary's River, just indicating just how strong those winds are today. We're seeing sustained winds of around 23 kilometers an hour, gusting to 60 or 80 kilometers an hour later on this afternoon. So it's going to be a pretty blustery day. Those winds coming from the southeast, and they're all feeding into a low pressure system way out to the west. That's drawing all that air into it, and we're in its path, so that's why it's so windy today. Let's take a look at your 12-hour forecast. Here we go for your morning. We're looking at temperatures right now around 3 degrees. For your afternoon, we're going to say 10 degrees. It's not going to feel like 10 degrees though because of those winds, and we could see some showers redevelop late in the afternoon, but those winds are going to stay with us until some part in the evening where they should dissipate. But we're going to have some showers, and those showers could turn into light flurry activity during the overnight because you can see we're dropping down to -2. I'll have your full 3-day forecast, and I'll look at your 7-day forecast coming up. Right now, sending right back to Heidi.
Well, I don't know. Your graphics said that it's going to get windy this afternoon. I'm here to tell you it's pretty windy out there right now. So hold on to your hats. Yes, okay, and moving on with more information from our community, Algoma Public Health is advising that an individual associated with R.M. Moore Public School has tested positive for COVID-19. At this time, Algoma Public Health is conducting a careful investigation to identify those who are considered to be close contacts. Examples of close contacts would include household members, people who have been in direct physical contact or who belong to the same classroom or cohort, and people who have spent more than 15 minutes together within 2 meters or 6 feet of each other, such as while sharing a meal. They're reminding everybody that brief interactions such as walking past somebody in a hall are not generally considered to be close contact situations, and Algoma Public Health will notify all low-risk and high-risk contacts via a letter to provide further guidance and direction. Algoma Public Health reassures families from R.M. Moore Public School that if they do not receive a low-risk and/or high-risk contact letter, their child is not considered to be a close contact of the person who has tested positive for COVID-19, in which case Algoma Public Health does not recommend having your child tested unless they are showing symptoms of COVID-19. They continue to work with the school community to review and confirm important practices to reduce the potential spread of COVID-19, including being fully vaccinated by receiving 2 doses of COVID-19 vaccine if you are eligible. Always practice physical distancing. Wear a mask or face covering in all indoor public settings. Wear a mask or face covering outdoors if physical distancing cannot be maintained. Wash your hands often with soap and water or use an alcohol-based sanitizer. Anyone 12 or older who needs a COVID-19 vaccine can book an appointment or show up at a walk-in, pop-up, or mobile COVID-19 vaccine clinic. So for more information about COVID-19, of course, you can always visit the Algoma Public Health website. We have this posted to our website with a very handy hyperlink that you can click on. It will take you right there. And for further information about the Algoma District School Board's COVID-19 protocols, you are invited to visit their website at adsb.on.ca. Okay, now we're going to take a break. I want you to go to your pot of coffee, fill your cup, and come on back.
First Local, supported by James Seaton, Mortgage Specialist. Your new home doesn't come with mortgage advice. I do. Call James Seaton Mortgage Specialist, RBC 705-975-1519.
Just once in a while, at parties and stuff, If that's what your kid says, they'll probably also tell you that it's not a big deal. But that's no reason not to talk about it. You could tell them that you think that's a good thing and that you're really happy they don't use it that often. Then ask them why. Maybe deep down they know it's bad. They just need your help realizing it. From there, it should be pretty easy to drop off the hint that their brain is still growing and that they shouldn't smoke pot. At least not until they're older.
Visit drugfreekidscanada.org for more tools to help start the conversation.
Shop local, dine local, listen local, love local. Small businesses in the Algoma area have been a huge part of our community. Now is the time to show our support for them. From local markets to retail stores, music venues, and restaurants. Small businesses make up the backbone of our community. So go on, embrace all they have to offer by shopping, dining, listening, and loving local. Visit ssmcoc.com to learn more or to join the chamber today. Good morning and welcome back. Hopefully you had a chance to get some more liquid gold into your body and listen to the words of our worthy sponsors, our very generous business community. Moving right along. Algoma Public Health has conducted their close contact tracing after some employees were sent home from Tenaris Algoma Tubes earlier this week. So Sue Online was informed of employees being sent home from their shift on Monday night, and we have confirmed that. We reached out to Tenaris for comment, and Carolina Mendoza was able to provide this statement. Tenaris confirms 7 positive COVID-19 cases at its facility in Sault Ste. Marie. Algoma Public Health has performed contact tracing, and those identified as close contacts are isolating. Employees who are able to work remotely are doing so. We are reinforcing our preventative safety measures, which we have upheld across all of our facilities since the onset of the pandemic. The well-being of our employees continues to be our top priority, and we encourage everyone on our team to get vaccinated. Okay, so that's Tenaris, and of course, as always, we will continue to follow the story and bring you updates such as they become available. Okay, also of note on our website right now, we've brought you discussion, there is ongoing discussion with regards to the rollout of the booster shots for the COVID-19 vaccinations. So here is some information, what you might need to know about it. In this moment, more than 213,000 Ontarios have received a third dose of the COVID-19 as the province is taking a phased approach to boosters, making them available first to people who are at higher risk of contracting the virus. Eligibility expanded to several new groups, about 2.75 million people over the weekend, okay? So some of the questions that are being asked, are booster appointments readily available? The public health units across the province are encouraging those eligible to book their boosters, but residents need to wait at least 6 months from when they had their second dose before getting a third shot, which means even those who currently fall under eligible cohorts may not be able to get their shots right away. So many booster appointments are going unfilled in some areas, and the City of Toronto, for example, said it initially filled only 9,000 of 40,000 booster slots available that opened over the weekend. Why are these booster shots necessary? The Chief Medical Officer of Health, Dr. Kieran Moore, says evidence is suggesting that immunity starts to wane 6 months after receiving the second dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. People who are older, who have compromised immune systems, or have higher exposure to COVID-19 are at the greatest risk, he said. But officials say that for most people, the waning immunity is not worrisome, as it's their protection against mild illness that decreases while they are still highly protected against severe illness and death. Yes, so we have that posted to the website. The province, in terms of the other people, you know, because we have identified obviously the people in this moment who are eligible, those who are 70 and older, healthcare workers, essential caregivers in congregate setting, people who received 2 doses of the AstraZeneca vaccine or 1 dose of Janssen, and First Nations, Inuit, and Métis adults, as well as their non-Indigenous household members. So those are currently the prioritized groups in terms of getting the booster shot. Other residents, the province has said that it plans to expand booster shot eligibility to everyone ages 12 and older in early 2022, based on a 6 to 8 month interval after people receive their second doses. Okay. So we did bring you news yesterday with regards to a fatal collision just south of Wawa. In this moment, I am sorry to report that we have received information identifying the person who unfortunately passed away. On November 9th at 8:55 a.m., members of the Superior East Detachment of the Ontario Provincial Police responded to a serious single motor vehicle collision on Highway 17 in Asselin Township, approximately 50 kilometers south of Wawa. The investigation has revealed that the single vehicle 4-door sedan left the roadway and entered a ditch. As a result, Brendan Poirier, 26 years of age, from Gooley Township, was fatally injured and pronounced deceased at the scene. Members of the Northeast Region Traffic Incident Management and Enforcement Team are assisting with the investigation, which does remain ongoing. Of course, from our family here, we send our condolences to the family of the injured driver. So, all right. Now, before we go to another break, we are going to, right now? Okay. I don't know. I don't have that here on my agenda. Okay. Well, okay. Yeah, well, you know what? Let's go to Craig because it is a very busy weather day. Sorry for that. And we're getting used to this new structured format. So, Craig, over to you.
Well, Heidi, we are in for a blustery day today. Could have been a lot worse, though. We'll take a look at the satellite and show you just what our situation is right now. We have this system all coming up today. Going to give us some strong winds. Obviously, they're already in place. And we're also going to see some showers redevelop into the afternoon and into our evening. Right now, we're going to sit dry for the most part, but we are going to see those winds pick up. And whenever you see a sharp line like this along this front, you know that it's packing some pretty strong winds, and all that is going to be coming our way over the next 12 hours or so. We'll take a look at the radar, show you that we do have some snow to the north, just light stuff. We saw some light rain showers move in early this morning. Again, those are all pushing north and turning into light flurries for up there. Strong winds associated with this low pressure system all over the northern Great Lakes, and we're in, as I mentioned at the top of the show, a special weather statement from Environment Canada for that. Let's take a look now at what we can expect as far as snowfall accumulation. You can see the Sioux, we're kind of out of it, so we're not going to see any snow from this system whatsoever. We're going to see some rain, but we're not going to see the snow. Wawa is the closest to the north, where you're going to see just a trace, 5 centimeters or so, but this purple area, 30 to 50 centimeters in the Dryden area, Red Lake, Sioux Lookout, all under the gun for some heavy accumulation today. So aren't you glad we aren't living in Dryden? Let's take a look at the temperatures for today. Despite those strong winds, our temperatures are going to be 10 degrees. Likely won't feel like 10 degrees, 6 degrees in Wawa. A little cooler in Timmins, seeing also some snow up there at 2 degrees and 5 degrees in Sudbury. Thunder Bay coming in at 9 degrees, even though they're seeing some snow. It's going to be a sloppy mess there. This is how we draw it on the map. You can just see where all this moisture is coming from. All of this is trying to push into the Great Lakes. As it does that, it's hitting the colder air to the north. And of course, that's where that snow warning is coming from. And again, we're not going to be seeing any snow from this system, just some strong winds and some showers later on in the afternoon. Let's take a look now at your 3-day forecast for today. Windy conditions, obviously. Those winds are going to be kicking around at around 80 kilometers an hour. with mostly cloudy conditions and those rain showers redeveloping later on this afternoon. 5 degrees for your day on Friday. We see some snow, and this is just because the temperatures are dipping to below freezing during the overnight. Any moisture left in the atmosphere is going to turn into snow. We don't anticipate any accumulation. For Saturday, temperatures even colder at 2 degrees for your high. And again, that's when we start seeing some lake-enhanced showers and some snow showers. Into Sunday, that system is also weakening, so it doesn't look like we're going to see a lot of snow, though that could change over the next 24 hours, so we'll definitely monitor that for you. That's your weather right now. We're going to send it right back to Heidi.
Well, here it comes. The snow that we've been so fortunate to have avoided up to this point. Keeping in mind, as I always say, a delayed onset of snow means to me that the winter will necessarily be shorter, because it can really only be winter for so long. So, all right, you know what? We're sneaking up on another break, but I want you to fill your cup and come on back. I'll tell you why, because we're going to do a factoid. We're going to get into social media. We are going to hit Craig one last time for more good news from the weather. And then, of course, we have, you know, some memorial video for you to see with regards to Remembrance Day. So come on back.
First Local, supported by Rick Mooney, sales representative for Street City Realty. Sold, the sign you want, Rick, the realtor you need.
Every day, people in crisis need someone to answer their call for help, to let them know they're not alone. Whenever people need someone, the Canadian Red Cross is there, on the phone lines and the front lines, around the world and here at home. But none of it would be possible without people just like you. No matter who you are, you have something to give. You can be that someone with the Canadian Red Cross. Learn more at redcross.ca/someone.
First Local, supported by Tammy Ovey. Are you looking for an agent who confidently knows the culture and community of Sault Ste. Marie? Call Tammy Ovey, 705-971-0171.
Rollers Bocce is now open, located downstairs at the Marconi. If you're new to bocce or love the game, Rollers is the place for you. Grab your friends and family and let the good times roll. Book your court today at rollersbocce.ca.
Good morning and welcome back to First Local Mornings. I want to now hit you with my factoid. So it was on this day, November the 11th in 1969, that the FBI in Phoenix, Arizona arrested Jim Morrison for drunken disorderly conduct aboard a plane. The Doors singer, who was on his way to a Rolling Stones concert with Tom Baker, had apparently been drinking and annoying the stewardesses. And the pair spent the night in jail and were released on a $2,500 bail. So there you have it. I mean, okay, first of all, who are these stewardesses who would be complaining about being harassed by Jim Morrison, drunk, disorderly, or otherwise? Just a question that I have. All right, we're going to hop into social media here. And I've already been comparing notes with Mike, and I've missed one. So there's Jim Whitty hitting us, beating everybody to the punch. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday to you, Jim, although I have to admit, it'd be a whole lot cooler if it was Friday. Anyway, then on into Margaret McKeag, who says, good morning, all. Good morning to you, Margaret. Jim Whitty, put away your umbrella, Mary Poppins. It's a gale out there. Woo! Yes. What if it rains, though? Then what do we do? All right, Mark Jordan says, good morning. Good morning to you, Mark. Joseph Bertrand says, have a wonderful day, everyone. You too, Joseph. You have a wonderful day. Wow. Steve Childs and his acronyms, GBFEHYAHAGD. So good baby Friday, everyone. Hope you are having a great day and rocking the horns. You know what? I'm cautiously optimistic. So far, so good. So fantastic. A number of people are watching. Bradley Evoy says, good morning. Happy Baby Friday. Good morning to you, Brad. And yes, happy Baby Friday. Jim Whitty, offers up thanks to those that have given their lives and to those that have served that allow us the freedom to live. Well said, Jim, and I'm sure your sentiments are echoed by many on this day. Enika says, good morning all, happy baby Friday with 4 exclamation points. There is no coffee here, so this is as close as I'm getting to 4 exclamation points, Enika, but as always, thank you for watching. Jim Whitty, hey Brad. Tracy Fay, hit and run, alluding to the pedestrian incident. We don't have any confirmed information in this moment, Tracy, but of course, continue to check the website and we will post anything that does become available. Bradley responds to Jim, good morning. Allie and Ron Rowlandson, which I'm pretty sure is Allie. She says, good morning to you, Allie. Merci beaucoup. Taking a moment to remember our vets today. Yes, merci. It is definitely the day to do so. Tristan Tremblay, good morning, all. Don't forget to have a quiet minute for the vets. Good reminder, Tristan, and I hope you have a good day. Merci beaucoup, offering up condolences to Brendan Poirier's family. Yes, very, very sad news, most definitely. Destiny Kerr, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Destiny. Kimberly Seabrook, good morning all. Good morning to you, Kimberly. And Jason Hall, fun fact, Jason Hall from Batchewana Bay, fun fact, my wife and I went to see Jim Morrison's gravesite in Paris, France. Okay, well that's exciting, yes. And there's that picture that it purports to have his ghost in the background, kind of cool. Evelyn McColman, good morning everyone. I am reminding all of the veterans that fought for us. Yes, good reminder, Evelyn, and thank you as always for commenting. Okay, and that seems to round it out for today. Craig, what do you have for us in terms of a 7-day?
Well, not looking that great, not looking that bad. Could be a lot worse. We had a system, another Alberta Clipper coming in for the weekend. That now looks like it's going to fall between or below the Great Lakes. So looks like we're not going to see a lot of snow from that, but we could see some snow because take a look at the temperatures. They are pretty much hovering around the freezing mark. So we could see some accumulation come Sunday, and we stay cool for most of next week, though we do see a warming trend developing in the next 8 days. So that's good news, isn't it?
Sure. Right from the mouths of the weather models. It might snow, but it might not.
She's my weather model, by the way.
You know what? We're going to wrap up our chit chat as appropriate on this day a little bit early so that we can send you into a Remembrance Day themed video. So thank you very much for joining us today. Have a great day and take a moment to remember our veterans. See you tomorrow.
All wars are planned by older men in council rooms apart, who call for greater armament and map the battle chart. But out along the shattered field where golden dreams turned grey, how very young the faces were where all the dead men lay. Portly and solemn in their pride, the elders cast their vote, for this or that or something else that sounds the martial note. But where their sightless eyes stare out, beyond life's finest toys, I've noticed nearly all the dead were hardly more than boys.
We remember the people that served our country to bring us the freedoms we have today. We've lost a lot of people, and we cherish those moments. remembrance is remembrance. Doesn't matter what you did, what you did it. As long as you served, it means a lot to the person, right?
You remember, absolutely.
So, yeah, I take the Remembrance Day as a very, very heartful, very close to my heart.
We did what was asked of us, and nothing less, and sometimes more. So it's just important to remember, we did on behalf of the government of Canada and for the protection of everyone here, because we've seen the tragedies going on in all the other countries, and we don't want that to happen here. And if you don't stop the enemy at their own doorstep, they're going to come here eventually.
Control 3. Okay, all right, Bravo, hold your position where you are.
In Flanders fields the poppies blow.
Between the crosses, row on row.
That mark our place, and in the sky.
The lark still bravely singing fly.
Scars heard amid the guns below.
We are the dead, short days ago.
We lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow.
Loved and were loved.
And now we lie in Flanders fields.
Take up our quarrel with the foe.
To you from failing hands we throw the torch.
Be yours to hold it high.
If ye break faith with us who died,
we shall not sleep.
Though poppies grow in Flanders fields.